Right, hello, hello, hello. So today we are in fact streaming for The Sims 4. Specifically, we're starting a build for our characters who will be doing which we built these characters in Cassie yesterday. It's just leaving this, okay? And then we'll go ahead and we have a blank space to start off in Windenburg. But we're gonna build them a wonderful home. It's gonna really feel like the good wintry feel that we know and love for the holidays. So we'll go ahead and go into build mode and get ourselves a little bit more light if we can. It's the best we can do because it is snowing out. And our welcome wagon is already here. But we'll just ignore them and continue the build as we desire. So might also put a chimney on the rooftop, but we'll see. So for the roof, I'm thinking we could just add some simple gables here in the front, like so. And perhaps a larger one behind that one, coming up to the front. And we could add perhaps a hip roof or a full hipped roof, pulled all the way across, and then pull it down so it fits nicely. Everything angled together, and then perhaps this one on the side can simply be a shortened about. We don't even necessarily need this one on the side. We could put it on the back instead to give some more interest to the back. Or make this one hipped also. And pull it in. And there we have our nice home to start off with. We'll go ahead and add in a bit of a porch space. There's a small porch right here. And then we'll fill in the rest of this with some rather lovely plants. Don't need to go too tall to start off with. We'll go ahead and add a set of stairs up in here. Pull that out. And our stairs should have stair railings, of course. I'm thinking that for now we could perhaps stick with just seasons and base game. Might might even pull this in one and then move the stairs in. And then we can add whatever door we please. Looks a little strange. I might keep it just on short wall height for now. See how we get a feel for it. Let's have windows first. Nice, tall, warm brown window. We could also do these in white. Or instead of seasons, we could add windows with shutters. See how we feel about these. This one could even be a bay window if we wanted. But I think that the classic window does have some merit all on its own. And if we wanted a larger one, we could also go for the massive front windows. It feels a little bit too much. So we could stick it out with these. There's also the option to have these ones. But I kind of like these ones more. I think we're gonna stick with those and then place shuttered windows all around the road. I'll make sure that they're all the same height. Looking around, and I'm seeing that this needs to be pulled down to more evenly match with the rest of the roofing. And in doing so, we've created a nice little covered space to above the door. I may pull this out along with the stairs. That way we could have a 3-wide door if we want, or this nice 2-wide door. The white is a little bit brighter than the other whites, these window shutters though. And keep that one in mind. Of course, there are the classic small doors. We wanted to keep this into a smaller size. Could also shrink the house a little and pull it all over and shorten it, or have this be like this. Not sure how I feel about that though. I kind of feel like never mind, disregard that. Bad idea. Bump this out one. looks better smaller. Part of me wants to shrink this, but then we'll have to shrink everything else. And while you're thinking to yourself, you can't really see very well what this looks like. What's going on? This. Wait, where it is. There we go. Be rest assured that we don't actually have to continue to play in this house after our holiday event is over. We may still want to do so, because it may be a lovely home. But if we decide not to, we have plenty of other options available to us, including just continuing to make a beautiful home again and again. You can just keep making whatever you like. A big, warm, welcoming front door. That is much better. I really like that. So we're going to keep that going. And perhaps a brick foundation to start off with. I considered a porch, but in this wintry landscape, I'm not sure that that is the best of ideas. I also might extend this porch out. I like the way it's been anything, but it looks a little strange with only one railing side. So let me see about extending this out one and then putting that's kind of nice, actually. Let me double check that I chose the right color for the stairs. Not that you can see very well, but I would know. Looks like it's good. And then, of course, we're going to want to make sure we have this foundation. And I'm thinking that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Sticking with base game and seasons only, so we could do the traditional wood frame if we wanted to, which is not bad, or we do something else. I'm thinking a nice warm green. Perhaps without pillars, or the wider green. We could also take masonry. Perhaps not this one. We'll see. There's a variety of swatch options to choose from, or stone. And you take it and add it to one side. Like this. It does not have the warm domes that we're going for a Christmassy type of home. I'm not sure about that. So it might be a better idea to choose something else. That doesn't quite feel right either. Even something that has the has it underneath doesn't quite give off the feel that I feel like would be more Christmassy. We might just stick with the clapboard. It's classic. Make sure that we're covering everything. Hi, how are you? I'm pretty good. How are you doing, Angelita? Just, relaxing, building a beautiful Christmassy style home, hopefully. We'll hold off on the exterior for now while we do the interior. Might be best to get some lights in here first. So we'll start off with a good way to do this. Thinking a nice bedroom here. That might not be quite enough space. Consider this option, but it doesn't really have much in the way of a Christmas feel to it, does it? It does feel pretty warm and cozy. You could throw down one of these, and then there is an option for a pillow now. That if you wanted to use move objects. And then while we're here, we might as well open up debug. Goodness. Red pillows up in here, and then we can add some green later as well to make it feel a little bit more red and green, classic Christmas. But for now, let's add some solid hardwood. I appreciate the bowl of cherries. Has that red tone that might be more warm, inviting, and otherwise Christmassy. It's actually a really good-sized home. And a bathroom right here. Kind of makes this space a little strange, doesn't it? We'll work things out as we go. But if we wanted, we could have this be more of an entryway. And we could separate the living room from the rest of the space. Kitchen, dining, and then something else. Now let's think about what we want for wall patterns. If anybody has any good suggestions, we'll deviate, but otherwise I was thinking just going to the classic warm green. me see for a moment. We're going to need a light in the bathroom. And then we'll go ahead and grab a nice door for all of these spaces, except for the living room, where we will be just adding a nice archway. There's a little space between that and here. So you have some space to kind of enter and get a little comfortable. And scoot this over a little so that we could also add in an entryway table. One of these. I feel like you see these a lot in homes. Usually there's some kind of mirror above it. Unfortunately, this mirror is pretty high up, so perhaps something a little shorter might be better. Yeah, that might be our best bet. And then we could add something else if we wanted to. There are some jolly garlands. An excellent choice. And of course we're going to need somewhere to put the tree, so perhaps we're going to need a larger, much larger space in here. So let's just go with this classic tree. And I might end up taking this window, we'll see. So that we have enough space for a lovely fireplace in here. Because nothing really says Christmas quite like a nice, warm, cozy fire. It is a little interesting with the choices of color. Perhaps we'll just go with a classic one fireplace. It would be nice to have this, even if it was rather bizarre colors. Could do purple. I have never in my life decorated a home purple for Christmas. But it's not bad. And we might use some other decor to hide the strong purple tones. Or we could keep the yellow, because there's quite a bit of yellow that goes on to Christmas. And to start off with the wreath, we should probably raise that up with the 9 key and hang that right on the front door. Don't worry about it, your Sims will walk through that, so it won't be in the way or anything. And now we can just keep on adding whatever we please. Nice little TV. If we're going this way, then it might be better to have the arch be off-centered. Or perhaps not even having an arch. I might end up taking that out. But it's nice to have solid walls for your Sims to walk around and through. I could, of course, swap-a-roo this instead and put the fireplace against the wall. Then we're so narrow. Or I could move everything. I could rearrange this entire space. Take all of this. Move everything. Put the fireplace over here. Take that window. Put it back over here. Take our beautiful tree, the TV. Put that right up there. And then it's still out of the way. And at this point, then we have plenty of space to add other things we might like or want over here. Now there is this couch, but I'm not sure how comfy it really seems. I might get something else, but some of these couches are quite pricey, so... That is a bit bright, isn't it? Do a classic green. It's a little bit much, but it's not terrible. Pull it away from the wall a little bit. We could add a coffee table in the center. The regular seasons one is a bit large, so I might go with something a little smaller. And then we could add some comfy chairs on the sides. Alternatively, we could have it facing the fireplace, like so. I want to keep it a little bit back, just in case. I wanted to, we could even have... I haven't decorated a children's room, but it's kind of tempting. Unfortunately, we don't have a kid, so it does feel like a bit of a splurge. We'll keep it in mind, though. And if we end up having a kid, then we'll definitely have the opportunity to make some really cute children's room. That's a pretty cute chair. Isn't there a better couch that matches that? Where is this couch? But it's so sharply cornered. What's this one? It's not a full couch. If you were thinking this one is an option as well. It's a little bit odd on the backside, but we could make it work. And we could even add another one of these little comfort pillows. Put it right up on the pillow, or excuse me, right up on the couch. And then you can use your Alt key to kind of adjust as you like. And then you have a really comfy couch with a couple extra pillows. It looks really snug, really comfortable. We're sticking with seasons and base game in this build, so if you have something to suggest that would be great in this build that's either seasons or base game, we'll go for those things. This will be perfect. It's traditional Christmassy rug. I don't know that this one will size up very well. Not my best work. I might keep the cocktail like that. Not gonna do that rug. That might be a bit too big. Just thinking. We could, of course, go with a simple, classic, easy toned, like brown or gray or white or cream. We'll consider that. And, of course, could also get a really nice red rug. Or this very interesting, almost avocado-shaped rug. Not quite sure how we would manage this one. It is definitely a unique rug, but I'm not sure that it fits in this build specifically. There are definitely other builds that it would look great in, just not this one, I don't think. I like the size. I'm not sure that the colors really work with this one. Could do just the white. At that point, then I feel like this should be something else. See about a different coffee table then. Simple brown one. I'll have to add some more brown back into the space, but that is doable. Might stick with that coffee table. I'm gonna bring back that rug if I feel like I need to, but I'm gonna keep looking, see if I see anything else that might suit the space better. That's too small. Strike one. Nah. Perhaps this one. Definitely has a nice opulent feel, doesn't it? Ooh. I'm not quite sure it fits. It fits pretty close to right, but you really shouldn't have rugs right under the fireplace because the risk of them catching on fire is kind of high. But I might leave that for now. And that reminds me that I should probably put some stone masonry underneath there. Perhaps some brick. I could even separate this and raise it up a tile if I wanted to, but I don't think I will right this moment. I might. Is there something here? And of course, there's also space for a really nice side table, perhaps? Something on the smaller side. A gentle wood tone. Maybe that one. This one's pretty nice. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Maybe instead of that, we'll consider something else. And I might use this later, we'll see. Hello there! How are you doing, Redhead? I'm building a Christmassy room to go with the brand new Christmas event. So don't be surprised to see a lot of red and green going on. I'm glad you're doing alright. I hope your day's going really good. Would it be too much to put a second fireplace in a bedroom? If we already have one in the living room, it might be too much. I think we'll stick with maybe using a desk in here. We can squeeze one in here safely. Or we could potentially make an office over here. And then put the kitchen and dining over here. We'll keep that in mind. Went golfing today. How was that? Hit a few balls, lost a few balls. Ain't that the way of things? Well, I'm glad you're here now. And I hope you had a good time. This might be a bit too expensive. Let's try something a little less expensive. Perhaps one of the smaller tables. Consider that. I was going to use this one, but I'm not sure it quite works with this space, so we'll just stick with the regular, boring, classic fridge. But we could grab ourselves a old-fashioned stove. Or not. We're a little broke for doing something like that. Not entirely broke yet, but a little on the poor side. Let's go with here. Knock down those walls, cover these up. That feels like our sink. And then over here we could add a trash can. Or we could swap this around a bit. It's a little strange, isn't it? Right close again. And then put a little tiny. We're pretty poor right now, but as we accumulate some funding, we could definitely add more. Spice things up with some unique end pieces. And if we wanted to, we could even change this to give us a more... Oh yes, I did figure out the game volume issue by going into game options. If the audio is a bit too loud for the audience, you could change the master volume for everything in The Sims, or just the object music for like objects that are playing sounds, or just the music of the game, so what you're hearing right now as I build, and then voices of the Sims, or different sound effects that the Sims have, or the, this one's just the interaction with the UI. So it's very cool. It's very nice of them to have built it in that way that you could do that. Ooh. Scooted me over for some reason. Sure that really feels any better, but we'll hold on to what we have for now. I'm definitely going to need to add something to get into the office that we just added. We keep to the same door. Or I could put an archway in. Could you turn both the object music and master volume down? Sure. So if that sounds any better, let me know, and we can turn it down again if it still sounds too loud. Make these brown and give them a warmer feel as well. Kind of hate that. Don't mind it on the bottom part though. Could have different tones for the top and bottom. So just keep the wood tones going, and then add a nice... Oh, just one increment. Oh, you wanted me to... Yeah, I got you, fam. Let's make this... There you go, bud. And we could make this one as well, so it's just... ridiculous, sir. It is pretty empty of a starter home, but in my defense, or rather in defense of the expenses, I was buying and splurging on things that I don't necessarily need, but just that I want to add to the build to make it look nicer. And I've been only using base game and seasons because I feel like that's appropriate for the upcoming games and stuff. So, kind of limiting myself here. I could be using things that'll make it less expensive to build, but choosing not to do so. So it's more accessible to other people. That does not look right at all. You know what? That looks... We'll take that out. Maybe... So empty. Nice. Let me see. Everything. I'm definitely gonna need this, so we've gotta have that. I might take this table out. It was only 50 simoleons, so we'll see. But I'm gonna wanna add a pile of presents. And you can just add more on your own, so you don't have to worry about, like, oh, it looks pretty small. You can make it bigger. But these are the kind of things that I was also thinking of. Because it's very easy to just add these into your builds. And they're nice, cheap decor. Some of them are a little bit gaudy, but other ones, they're pretty cute. Or maybe instead of this one, we could do the big garland. Oh, we're getting poorer and poorer by the minute. I love these at the window. Let me switch back a little. Goodness. That might be a little too high. But I don't care that much. It might be the fact that I picked incredibly expensive counters. I don't have anything for this desk yet either. None of it really matches these wood tones, which is always how it is in The Sims. Perhaps I should shrink this whole space just a little bit. Maybe. Oh. Thought you would scooch. And just grab that end cabinet back in. You were on that side. But that definitely gave us back a fair bit of money just from having a little less probably do that again and shorten this bump out as well. Let's see. Pull everything just a little bit closer, and there's still room to get around. But we will have to fix the roof. Easy peasy. There we go. These still look alright. Got that. Window went a little wonky, but that's okay. Fix that right up. I might pull this over. It's alright if that's a little off. There we are. We do need to get an outdoor trash can though. Let's go with the cheapest one. And I'm just now remembering that we do have a dog, so I will need to add in food bowl. So if you weren't here for yesterday evening's event, totally fine, totally fine. But we did adopt this dog Bear. Will be coming along for the ride as we venture out and about trying to complete the new quest for the holiday event. So this is not just a base game and seasons only, this is also adding in cats and dogs. So I might go back and see if I can find some cheaper items in cats and dogs. There's any, yeah, there's no green ones to add red and green, just red, which is still fine. And let me see if I could get a tiny dog bed and a little placemat to go under the food bowl. They're totally unnecessary, but it's so cute. Look at this. That is so cute. It's one of my favorite things is how well they made some of these items in cats and dogs. And we can have that dog bed in the office, or we could have it in the bedroom. And your sim will walk over this, so you don't have to worry about it, like, being in the way and blocking them from being able to do anything, because they can get around it. This looks very sad, but as we make money, we will fill that in with things. But for now, let me go ahead and see if I can find anything a little less expensive that's also in cats and dogs for some of the items that we've bought. Pretty sure that, yeah, the beds in cats and dogs are worlds more expensive than this cute one that we had from Seasons. But the illumination sofa, which is less expensive. Let me see about rugs. Might be able to swap this one out. Oh my goodness. That's a big rug. It's not bad though. Might be our best bet for swatches. Alternatively, we could try this sized up, but I don't know how it'll look. It's not the worst runner I've ever put on the floor. Just like these ones. It's not terrible. Doesn't fit quite yet. But it's not terrible. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this underneath the food dish, like you're keeping it from making a mess and spilling everywhere. It's like an absurdly bright green. It is a red swatch as well, which isn't quite as intensely bright. And you can also get it with little paw prints, kitties with fishies, or bones on it as well. So the options really are plentiful. I could change the floor in here too if I wanted to give it tile maybe. Just to separate that out a little bit. To say that's the kitchen. You can scoop this over one. And add one more row. Which isn't bad. We're pretty poor, but part of me really wants curtains. So we'll see what we can do. We have those really skinny, thin ones. Which don't look too terrible. I might actually put them on both. I could even put them back here if I wanted to. Not sure that that's a great idea. But I might. Think about it. That window is really odd right there. You can take that out. You can grab these minimalist drapes. Just toss them everywhere. See if we can get anything else seasons-wise on the walls in here. I do enjoy these. Because you can put them against the window, like so. So cute, right? Very decorative. And these ones are cute. But this reminds me of more something that you would actually like hang up on the fireplace or above the fireplace. We didn't have a TV there. Although I could probably switch the TV. Yeah, I forgot just how expensive the TVs are. That was my bad. No wonder we had so little money. Let's get the cheap, teeny tiny one. And then put that up here. Maybe that's a little too sad. We could take a little an accent table, but maybe a bedside table would be better. Make sure we're doing seasons, cats, and dogs with base game only. Grab a nice warm brown one. And then put a TV on that. This teeny tiny one. You can watch TV from bed. Might actually do that. Nice. white to fit with the bed. Yeah, you can watch TV from bed. And we're of course gonna want some kind of music player. I wasn't gonna put it on the coffee table originally, but let's see how it looks up here. Or we could swap out and keep the one on the wall. That way we can play Christmas music whenever we want. Highly recommend. So you can play Christmas music whenever you want. The corner looks so empty. It needs a big, tall plant of some kind. I might come back to this one. Browsing all leisurely like we're not really low on funds. Alternatively, we could put some kind of lamp over here. Dramatic candlelit space. Oh, that reminds me of the new cozy hot cocoa tray now. Base game. It is base game. So your sim can use this and make hot cocoa whenever you want. Very awesome. Brand new. Thank you for calling it a festive little home. We're doing our best with our very limited budget. We could do some kind of change in the lighting situation, too. It could even be a little Jewish, too. Or Kinara. Excuse me. This one is the menorah. Very traditional. Very beautiful. Let's see if we can find something to put in this corner that fills up the space better. Artwork is always so pricey in this game. It's almost easier sometimes to go to wall decor and then fill up the space with that instead. We could also, over here in the kitchen area, hang up this and then scoot our window over a little bit. That way it's like we come over and we're working hard here in the kitchen. Good here. We might change the tile though in the kitchen just to something feels a little bit better for the space. Those look a little strange, but honestly, not bad. Like instead of in here, you could have the entrance over here instead. Then this wall looks really empty, doesn't it? And we don't have enough money yet to put any kind of... Oh, we do have enough for a computer. We beat up Hades one, but it works. What works, works. We could also add on this wall a bookshelf. Let's see. Probably scoot this whole thing over yet again. Just so that the bookshelf is here, but not in the way of the food dish or our wonderful dog. And actually, yeah, you know what? It's pretty good. The bedroom could use some serious work, not gonna lie. I might actually take these down. And add a couple of side tables lamps on them, perhaps, or some other miscellaneous decor. Can you imagine spending $40 per light switch? You know, where they're just decorative. You don't actually need them. They're just there. We could do sconces. Or thinking these little oil lamps kind of have the vibe. And if we wanted to, we could probably slip a dresser in here somewhere. Throw a little plant on that. It's not quite the right tone to be a poinsettia, but you can pretend. This wall is so blank. We could make it an accent wall. Ooh. That's a little strong. Could even have the whole space have a more decorative wall. Oh, goodness. That looks ridiculous. Really not a fan. We could add stripes. Now we are extremely poor. But that sure does look nice, doesn't it? Extremely poor. I'm gonna take this back out. See if I can find something that would fit that space a little bit better. Could just do a tall mirror if we wanted. Little stand-up one. And anything for activities or skills that we might want. Pretty poor now. But the spirit of Christmas is with us. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Like we're not broke. Could add in a little container to hold our dog's toys. If we had some, we'll grab a ball. And look at all the different swatches that the balls have. It's ridiculous. I might have this one be... Look how tiny this is. It's so hard to get it. So we're gonna, I think, go with classic green tennis ball. I just want to put something on this wall. It's so empty. But this would be a little bit silly. And all these ones have freezer bunny on them. soul or something dramatic on your wall. It's really weird to have on the wall. I'm gonna put it up anyway. See, it kind of looks nice, actually, weirdly enough. Or we could just, later on, take pictures of our sim and the dog together and hang them on the wall right up there. That might be a better choice. And before I forget, we're gonna need a mailbox. And Seasons does in fact have a little, like, festive mailbox that you can get. I did consider using terrain tools, and I might still use them to make a path. You're just never gonna see it. And of course we're gonna go into debug. We missed something. Hold on. I missed something specifically. Alright. Now we're gonna go into debug. And we're gonna pull out some nice plants. Even just something as simple as these base game, basic Christmas trees, just to fill the space a little bit. Could put some over here as well. Originally I planned on it, but it's not gonna be much, seeing as it's snowy, wintry time of year. So everything's gonna be pretty dead looking, covered in snow. But it's still something. Sometimes it's nice to have something. It's more than not having anything, you know? We might do a couple more of these on this side too. And then go back and grab a couple of those big bushes that I had. These ones, no, these ones. There we are. Here's our beautiful Christmassy home. But we're not 100% done yet. You know why? Because if you're building in The Sims and you have... It's cute. Okay, focus. If you have... Actually, hold on. Side note, just realized we could add in outdoor lighting as well. If we wanted to. We could add... some of these on the wall beside the front door. Might break the bank, but it does light up the space nicely. But anyways, when we go into live mode, or as some people say, live mode, we can go over to our box here and rummage for some winter decor, and then we can actually select different decorations if we want to, especially once it gets closer to Christmas time. I can't believe I just walked in, lit a fireplace, and was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave. And then once we get some cheap or free decor like these, we can then go into build mode and snatch these up and put them in the front yard for free. And in fact, if we don't like them, we can then sell these. It's a way to make an absurd amount of money. But not the most ethical. But I'm going to go ahead and click add present a couple times, because as you do this, it makes the pile bigger. See? And now, instead of paying extra money to get the extremely large pile of presents, you just have it. And then the Eve decorations, we can add on whatever we want. I think the icicles are pretty nice. So I'm gonna throw those up.
Sigluna.
Bepsinacoy.
And then the
Lamina Cup.
spandrels, we don't really have much in the way of spandrels, but we can still hang something up.
Watini.
Hana Klets.
Nulitz.
Oh, Fina.
The foundation is pretty short, so you can't see much, but what you can see can be
Tribes.
really nice garland.
Ah.
Well, maybe we could do these. And then once everything's put up,
Griffin new play.
you can see how cute, right? Very Christmas. Very, very lovely. And as I said before, when you have the wreath, they just walk through it, so it's no big deal. It's no problem. And since we're here, we can get started talking to people, introducing ourselves. Thank the welcome wagon for coming.
Smine, Zorpelhish.
Ponka, yips, yips.
Oh, bears. Somebody snuck him a snack. He should not be eating people food. I'm gonna lecture him about that. Don't eat human food. Did he understand? Absolutely not. Did I get upset about that? Yes. Let's do a respectful introduction to start off with. And then, according to the new holiday event, we need to ask other Sims about their holiday traditions. So, ask about holiday traditions. Easy start to it.
Yips, yips. Oh, that is.
I just realized I didn't add a bathroom in here. That's...
Levar.
We're gonna have to get rid of that. That's gonna have to be bathroom. That is my bad. I cannot believe I did that.
Palachaba?
That's
Yipsy
ridiculous.
Yalao? Nibana? Oh.
Viva Deso.
Oh. They just enjoy relaxing and watching TV for the holidays. Nothing too wild. It's totally fine, you know? That's your holiday tradition. That's a pretty great tradition.
So.
Torky. Shuksa
Brighten the day, you know. Cloud gaze or stargaze?
Clevite Benu.
Well, we could ask Dominate Fires, maybe, if they want to go Cloud Gaze. Personally, I like Homebody Sims.
Soy brief.
Want to go look at the sky a little bit? It's like, yeah, let's go. So we just lay down in the snow in the front yard while my Spark sits on space. This is a really easy bunch of cozy celebrations. We already got the claimable wreath. I'm pretty thrilled about this item. There's apparently some hedges, but you can get the long hedge or the little boxy one with festive lights inside. That's so cool. Actually, you know what? Let's go through real quick and see all the festive items. There's a brand new jacket for the winter. What looks like a rug. Yeah, it's a welcome mat with little sweet, snowy, snow-capped pine trees. A beautiful floral wreath with poinsettias. Picture of the northern lights. Oh, it's a frame TV. Okay, that's really awesome. It's a TV that doubles as a piece of art when it's off. I love that. Right now, the only frame TV that's also art is in the new luxury kit. So, Modern Luxe, I think. So this is pretty awesome. New slippers that look like bears. There's a Super Dream Cube retro gaming console with cartridge and disc capabilities for up to 2 players for a cozy night of gaming together. There's a Freezer Bunny wreath, a Freezer Bunny Jolly sweater or jumper, another wreath, but this one's more autumnal. This I really want. It's apparently a trait now, a brand new Sims trait called Grouch. So some Sims revel in the idea of seeing others miserable during the holidays and are extremely happy when their actions are the source of that misery. You can unlock this and then let grouchy mischief begin. And then you can get this cute scarf. It's pretty awesome. And if you haven't played, don't worry about feeling rushed or anything. All of these are available to unlock for the next 35 days. The event doesn't even end till January 10th. So if you are spending the holidays with your family or working, you can wait until the holidays are over and you still have until January 10th at noon January 10th to get all of these items. And it doesn't lock the items once this week is over. You can keep earning rewards points to unlock these. So it's pretty great. And since we just did so much work, let's go ahead and hit save just to make sure we don't lose anything. I appreciate that other people apparently also love my dog on site. Is he fabulous? A celebrity in my neighborhood? Oh, he actually responded to me. Hi, let me exclaim my adoration and compliment how you look. Alright, anyway, really quick. Wait a minute. Before we bake anything, I do need to go into build mode because I made a terrible mistake in that I had originally built this with a bathroom in mind over here, and then we changed the floor plans, and now we have no bathroom at all, so we're gonna have to move some stuff. Unfortunately, some stuff's value depreciated, so not everything will stay nice and the same value and worth. So I will have to move some stuff around just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and, unfortunately, we'll have to sell that. I'll keep the chair, because we're gonna need the most basic of toilets. Besides the bush, we're not peeing in bushes. We'll add a toilet, sink, and a shower tub combo would be nice. Or I could do a tub separately. This does feel very quintessentially Christmassy. These, not as much. But it's kind of nice to have a shower, because otherwise it takes a really long time to get clean in the tub. But you know what? I don't care that much. We're gonna keep a bathtub in here. That is a big bath space. Go ahead and change the tile real quick. And then go ahead and add a mirror if we can afford one. Let's just go ahead and grab one of these. I might even see about what we can afford to swap out. Don't feel like that really fits the space. That one does. But now we're very poor. And we still need a door to the bathroom. We'll go ahead and grab grab this one so that it matches with across the hall. Make sure I'm getting the exact same swatch. I cannot believe that I forgot the bathroom. That is just ridiculous of me. I might even shrink this down a little to get us some money back. Let's go ahead and tuck the tub in the corner. Put a little bit away from there. But that'll give us a really nice bathroom space. And if we want to add a nice desk back in once we have more money, we can do so over here. My goodness, I cannot believe I forgot a bathroom. Ridiculous. Let's go ahead and scoot that door a little bit more. Or we can add that over here for now. Nothing's really in the way. Could even put the tub more against this wall instead. Yeah, that's better. This is good. And now we want to cook japchae, which we should probably do after we've used the restroom, just to be on the safe side. Finish talking to Izzy, and then we'll go ahead and cook japchae. Might as well make a single serving for now. But the new holiday traditions seem pretty simple. Keeping an eye out to make sure that this doesn't catch on fire. And there we go. Keep cooking or reading about it to increase the skill. Definitely. Kind of want to read what that said. Japchae is a sweet potato starch noodle stir-fried with vegetables and meat. That sounds absolutely delicious. Once a royal dish, now an essential dish for the traditional holidays and special occasions. Served as a side dish, but you can eat it just over rice. Or as a main. Delicious. Sounds amazing.
Saquinario, Bentrip, Balafoy, Sabaviavor, Zaffo, Schmezzel Leclim.
I wonder if we can change the swatch for this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I kind of want to get this look. Tuck it into the bushes there. And before I forget, we'll go ahead and save this house, actually. I love that we picked the lot that says the summer home, because this is absolutely not a summer home. This is holiday home. Holiday Christmas home. As a matter of fact, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath home that we built together. 1 bath now. It's a holiday Christmas home. It is base game, although I prefer not adding base game unless it's only base game, because then it bogs down people who are trying to do builds. Holiday event. Don't know. And winter. We'll just I should probably share that to the gallery real quick. Didn't take long at all to build that. And it's pretty darn cute too. important to save because sometimes immediately before or after uploading something to the gallery, your game just decides it just wants to pass into the afterlife, and so you lose everything.
Camus.
So it's always important to
Salzabarzo.
save first.
Pashushi. Arabe Fej.
It's nice to make friends with him, but it's also very difficult because he's a celebrity, so rarely does it go the way you want it to. And it doesn't help that, oh, this is only normal, okay. Sometimes when you make food for the first time, it ends up tasting terrible. You should also fill this bowl, and let's just fill the whole thing up. And then, you know what, let's pet our dog, because that is a very good boy right there. Look at that good boy. What is the trait? Petstagram? Simstagram pet? This is not the best angle. And that just puts me right through the wall. Classic Sims. You know what? I'll take like 5 photos anyway. Gets my photography skill up so I can do a better job for my dog next time. This is a beautiful cozy wreath. I want to take a good photo of my dog. Thank you. That's pretty cute. There's a couch in the way, but I'll take it. Throw a photo up on the wall, sell the rest. Check to make sure there's not a random gnome photobombing, because that is actually a consistent issue. You know what? Let's actually do a white or silver frame. Let's do a white frame. I don't think I have a better angle now. I have to call my dog. Hopefully that plate is not in the uploaded version of this game. Oh, no, Bear, it's okay. Alright, remain calm. It's only a fireplace. Oh, easy. Now, try come over here. That way we can. Well, let's also go over here to get a better angle. No, no, wait, there. Don't go. I need to take a good photo of you. This lighting's not the best. Oh my gosh, you look so sad. I might have called him in right before he was going to use the restroom, so that might be the sad face of the dog who has to go potty. Oh, no. Alright. What are you eating? The fruit cake in the yard! Okay. Yeah. Let's go ask you to go to the bathroom. Make sure that you can go outside. Well done. Oh. What? That was it, I guess, for the start of the celebration. So we'll wait a little while until we can unlock more and get more quests. Maybe we'll come up with a nice little storyline to get going with this. Something about like falling in love, maybe even having a kid so that we can add a little room to our home that could be cute and Christmas themed. It would be adorable. So, for now, this is enough. So, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll stream at noon for builds, and then live plays typically around 5 p.m. So, hope to see you there.